So, I've just been running around everywhere. I've been drinking tons of water, having to go to the restroom a lot, so I'm tired. I kind of wanted to show you guys a couple things that some of my students have been doing, which I think are super cool. And I think that a lot of you would like to see as well if you need like a couple of different ideas. So the first one is middle school has an event called the Kaleidoscope event that they're doing in our gym. So they asked me as the dedicated art teacher to make some type of art piece, kaleidoscope theme. So I have a couple of options that we are doing, working with paint because I don't have many supplies, which has been crazy, but we're getting there. We're getting somewhere, and my kids are so far doing such a wonderful job. And my painting class is still doing, my middle school and painting classes still working on their color wheels, which look absolutely amazing. They're gonna do presentations next week, which I'm very excited for. I'm gonna have them for Tuesday and Wednesday. I apologize. Give them a little bit of extra time to evaluate what they want to, basically what they want to talk about. I'm giving them a little bit of a list. We'll talk about it. They need a visualization of what they're gonna do. They can work on it because I know my principal and my lead teacher really want to see their presentations and the beautiful work that they're going to do. I'm also going to take down these color wheel worksheets because our presentations are going to be there. So those are going to be taken down. It's going to look good. And then when our next project comes up, that's when everything's going to be put up again. Well, except for my kaleidoscope projects. My kaleidoscope projects I will store somewhere, don't know where yet. They'll be stored somewhere until I figure out some type of construction or something to piece them together. Alright, so I'll show you. So basically what we're doing is I have like a couple of really cool examples. One student kind of started, I love these geometric shapes. It gives me kind of like a mandala feel. I think they're doing insanely amazing. I love these creative classes. But basically, we have a square and some squiggles trying to get some patterns done with, I told them triangles. Some of them just did their own design, which is perfectly fine. I have somebody who's doing stars and hearts and all these really cool, fun things. This is how I showed them. This is my example of what I showed them of how to do it. I kind of gave them like a step-by-step. I have somebody who is doing just, I don't know what that is. They look like little flies or something, but it's something. And then, so a lot of them are just doing triangles. And what they are going to do for this, that has a name, what they are going to do with these projects is they're either going to use watercolor or acrylic to fill it in. I'm thinking about coming up with like either a weird structure, or maybe I might be able to get some bulletin board and stretch it in the middle with some poles maybe. That might work. It might work, and then we can connect one side. We can connect it somehow. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know how we can structure all these cool like kaleidoscope themed things. I'm also thinking about adding like maybe a couple sculptures, but if you have any other like crazy ideas, because like I said, it's an event and this stuff is going to be the centerpiece. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know and I will figure out what to do, because it's a little bit of a struggle. I have a creative head, but it takes a long time for me to process things. So I think everyone needs a little extra help. So yeah. So with that being said, I have, there's strawberry stuff on there somehow, but oh well. So I'm still kind of getting some of the loops on those things. Just trying to get some of my middle school classes to kind of do what needs to get done. For my other classes, what we are doing, like I showed you earlier, my drawing class is going to start with this sample. I will have a picture on my Instagram if I remember, but basically working online. My dog is not that cute. You kind of get the face a little bit, but I think the ears need a little more work. But I only had 5 minutes to do this, so for 5 minutes I think it's really good. It gets the generalized shape, form, and it gives them a generalized idea of what to do. Sorry, I just see people walking by. I'm just trying to make sure they're not walking in my ramp because my door is locked when it's closed right now. Don't know why, but that's how it is. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on some line. And for the ones today who already did the dog, which I have a couple, we're going to do a few other things. I'm going to have them do the same thing on that side, but I'll give them a little bit more of a choice with these options I have here, because I do know that they like choice, and that way when we already work on, 1 second. Good morning, guys. So I'm sorry about the interruption yesterday. I had a student who was banging on my door. Went outside to go tell him, like, hey, the door is closed for a reason. If the door locks by itself when it's closed, please don't mess with my door. I had to handle issues following after that because of that initial statement. So it was frustrating. But and I had some extra help come in. My brother came in to help a little bit in my room, which helped, and so I'm prepared for the new day. This is the last couple of days of people working on their assignments. My middle schooler is going to start working on kaleidoscopes if they finish today. So it's going to be one of those days where that's just how it's going to work. I slept late, so I have no makeup. I look dead. I feel dead. I should have brought it, but I didn't. I was like, nope, I'm not even going to deal with it today. They can deal with me looking like a zombie for the day. So I'm going to be zombie teacher today, and my coffee's brewing. I don't drink a lot of coffee, so it's, I'm tired when I'm like, nope, a huge cup of coffee. That's what I'm taking with me over there. I got some water. I felt so dehydrated today. It was frustrating. So my coffee's probably done. All I could grab for breakfast was a banana. I'm not being a healthy teacher. I am eating for lunch pizza, goldfish, and cheese, which is kind of healthy. Not really. It's not going to hold me over till the end, and I have to go to my other part-time job after. So it's going to be fun. I'm already, it's halfway through the week. I was exhausted yesterday. I'm more exhausted today, which is kind of weird because I felt really good on Tuesday, but I think I'm kind of getting sick, or I don't even know. I've had the sniffles for a couple days. I'm working with kids, so I don't even know. I know my tabletop surfaces are absolutely disgusting. I try to clean them every day, and sometimes it works, most times it does not. So this is what I'm kind of working with today, but I will let you know. Yesterday did go really smooth, besides that one thing of me just trying to talk to the student and trying to get things handled. It wasn't really handled, but start a new day fresh. That's how I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna drink some coffee. I'm going to eat my banana, have something in my system before lunch. And luckily I only have 2 classes before I have prep, so I'm mostly really good on the day. Everything kind of flows nicely. So I'm tired. I'm gonna drink some coffee and I'll go, and I'll update you at prep/lunch if I get to it. Yesterday I was just talking to some people, so it was more of a relaxing prep and lunch. I ate, I did my thing, but that's life. So I shall see you soon. Bye. Okay, so moving pizza to the side. A lot of my students did finish today, which is good. Especially the last class, they were getting things done. I was very proud. So what they're doing next is we are working on kaleidoscopes. Right now I have some students who are working on it right here, which is good. Everything's getting done. And I am working on an example for our next one. It's kind of like more spider webby, geometric, and then I will have to take a lot of time on the final because the final kaleidoscope piece are the two, well, I have like two finals, so that was a weird noise, I'm sorry. What we are going to do is we have I saw on Pinterest like a vector themed one, which I thought was really cool. I thought we could use that as like some finals, and like these are kind of a lot of preparatory. I'm trying to kind of like prep them and get their hands moving, and if these all turn out really good, then I am going to use them. But if not, it's something for them to take home, or what I will do is I'm having them work on art portfolios and making their own art portfolio booklet at the end of the year. So I want to teach hand stitching, but I don't have enough to do that this year. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to do a couple hole punch. We'll glue our papers onto a bigger paper, hole punch them, and then tie them with ribbon, or even if I can get some binder rings, I will get binder rings. And that's how we will do our portfolios this year. So yeah, I have a couple of fun ideas. I want them to kind of have a collective thing, so that way it's just not random artwork spewed everywhere and things like that. Oh, it's been a roller coaster of rides, but I have been thoroughly enjoying everything. Today has gone so good. Yesterday it was very good too. I was feeling very zombie-like yesterday. I was not in the mood for anything. This morning I was kind of the same. I was like, but I think the coffee really did wake me up. So I feel good right now, especially now that I'm eating. I have some stuff in my system. But yeah. Oh, my brother, well, he got me this little cat pen. So now I've been using this little cat pen. It's so cute. I love it. I have on my desk is kind of like a little bit of like a witchy aesthetic, like witchy pastel, Harry Pottery, radio, farmhousey randomness, just because that's how I am. And I think after school today, I'm going to rearrange my desks one more time. It's still going to stay in the same general shape, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these row of desks in the back. I'm going to put them alongside these other desks, and I will angle these long desks into more of a U-shaped, so I can come in and out, and it'll be a little bit easier on the students. I kind of like that a little bit better. I want to be able to set up some still life, and I'm going to hide some of these chairs because the kids are trying to when I have them as a group of 4, they want to do a group of 6, which does not work. I don't like it. And I want those desks in the back gone as soon as possible, because what's happening is that the kids are pulling the chairs over to there so they can hide and play with their friends and not do work. It's not cool. We are in here to work, so I'm trying to very strategically micromanage everything, and if those things are gone, I have some chairs over there, and I do have a special student who has a teacher who comes in, and she helps her, and they're in the back, but it really doesn't help me when I have students doing that as well. So I need to get rid of these chairs. I need to hide them. I'm going to hide them in my storage back here because they can't mess with it, and it frustrates me because they'll just do it, and I tell them, hey, you guys can't sit here, and it causes a problem, so I'm not even going to give them that choice. And what I'm thinking about doing too is next year I do want to take away these chairs, because the reason why I have the easels are so they can stand and work. They're uncomfortable. They're moving my easels because they're sitting and not listening to what I'm saying. So if the chairs are gone, problem solved. You guys are not sitting. You are standing. I had to stand for 2 hours in art classes. You guys can stand for 55 minutes. If I have bad legs and things, you're more than capable of doing 55 minutes of just standing and working and focusing on art. That's just how it works. And I do have tabletop easels, so I think now I'm going to slowly start establishing tabletop easels to make them work upwards, which is also why I have those for like group tables, because I don't have enough easels for those kids. And the reason why I had the desks the way they are excuse me, I'm dying, is because I use them as a holder for if you're painting, if you need your water cups, your things. So that way you have something to place your paint on instead of like a tiny stool or a chair that's lower. It's at a good level for you to start painting. So that's going to get fixed. But it's good that I kind of tested out the water, see how things are flowing, kind of reflecting. That's what you got to do. You got to try things out for a little while, see how the flow works. And if it doesn't work, reflect, figure out a new way, and try it again. That's how it goes in here, but everything's kind of flowing. A lot of people like my fish drawing, which is cool because that's definitely not one of my favorite drawings, but they like it, so it goes well with things. My class next is going to finish their projects on their negative positive space. Next week we are going to start, I'm going to do a lecture online, which hopefully it'll be obtainable. Hopefully some of them listen, sometimes they do not, and but that way we can start working on group lessons. I'm trying to integrate them and ease them into doing things and projects, and if they're not done with their project, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I'm trying to teach them deadline, especially my high schoolers, because there is a deadline. They have a general idea of deadline, but here it's you have a whole month to assess and collect work and then bring them to a PLT, which is like, because we're homeschool-based school, we have a specific person that a family goes to that collects the work and sends it in for proof of whatever they need. So that's what we have provided. And so that's kind of yeah, it's kind of just been like mind-boggling. I kind of lost my train of thought. It went bloop out of my head. So I'm going to eat. I've been using a speaker, and we've been listening to a podcast on Spotify called Artist Minds, where we're learning about art history, and we're really going into different types of things. So I am having them listen to that. Some people find it interesting. It definitely gives them more, like, I think they feel better to talk a little bit because they hear a voice talking. But I do know some of them are listening to it, which is cool. I'm trying to, like I said earlier, we're testing out some waters. We're seeing what works and what doesn't work. If I feel that if I want it quieter, I'll put on specific music that definitely works a lot better with it. But for right now, we're going to try all day the podcasts, see how that works. If it works, good. I know which classes will like it better compared to which classes I'm like, no, we need to tone it down because this is too crazy. I think my Wednesday, Friday kids who are a little bit rowdier definitely know on podcasts, but we're trying new things today. I kind of want to try things, experiment a little bit, get some things done. I need tons of like creative things for them to do. I'm going to do some projects in between our kaleidoscope projects because I don't want to do a whole bunch of kaleidoscope things and then them get, a little bit frustrated for most of the year working on specific projects for that. So I'm going to kind of split it up in between. We work on a project and then we work on a kaleidoscope. Work on another project and we work on another one. And we're going to start off easy. So what we have here for these ones is all they're doing is they start off with a square and they draw these like little squiggles out to make it a swirl, and then in between the squiggles they come up with a pattern design however they feel. Our next project I'm going to have them do is a little bit more intricate. We are going to add more geometric shapes, and then the next one we will do a vector, which is basically a square with a shape on the inside where we work on shading and like tints and shades to practice, and they choose a color and then they go with it. Make it blend easily, make it, really fun and cool. And then our next one, we're gonna do seam with the idea of these. We are gonna go crazy. We are gonna do a very, very intricate patternized thing where we're gonna work on intention. We're gonna work on composition and design. So that's what we are doing. Oh, I just noticed my brother drew a cat on my board. Oh, that's so cute. Now I have to draw a face on him. But yeah, so I ranted for 10 minutes. I will let you go, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so yesterday went a lot better than I expected. I had some things I had to handle, especially with a couple of students, but one of them was handled yesterday when she was here, and it was great. I feel so much better. And now I'm gonna talk to another one and see what's going on, and I think it'll turn out good. I have everything set up. I did slightly change my room, so I switched those desks that were right in front of my desk to have it more of a more of a U shape. I will show you in a few minutes. Because I do have problems with kids trying to group themselves in group tables, and today is going to be a no. We're not doing groups. Do not touch the chair. No, not today. Because it's a problem, and I want to get rid of these tables if I can, and see if I can put singular desks and then just order more easels. Because I can't have these kids, doing what they've been doing. I tried it, and before what I did was I just gave them 4 seats, groups of 4. They can't even do groups of 4, so what we are going to do is we're going to get rid of them. And if that means I have to stick with 2 tables, one table is just stuffed with the projects and materials they can use, so they cannot use that table. I have to remove chairs, and I have to be like, nope, you're not doing that today, guys. Lost that privilege. Sorry. And that's just how it's gonna be. We'll see how that goes. They might think I'm a little mean for it, but oh well. I have a caramel macchiato. I'm treating myself as a victory. I need to heat up. I changed some slight things around. I don't know how I'm going to do my organization back here because it's driving me crazy right now. I have it to where it's slightly manageable, but not manageable to my standards. It's not organized, nothing has a specific spot. Overall, it's just extremely frustrating. And I don't have enough supplies. I've been waiting for my supplies. It's just been... And that's what's more stressing me out, is coming up with projects where they can use things like watercolor paper, or, because we just have paper. I have some canvases left, but they're very, big canvases, and the kids, I don't have enough for a whole class, let alone all my students, so it's not fair to give one class, or even a couple kids in each class, canvas. Totally not fair. So I'm going with it. I'm just gonna go with it, it's kind of that morning. I just got here, and I guess I might have to... Ooh. Hi guys. Good morning. If that didn't wake you up, I don't know what would. But so yeah, we might have school canceled today. I'm not sure, because they smelled a gas leak, so we're just going with it today. We're figuring things out. That's just how life is. I kind of want to do... I'm kind of trying to get behind that dresser thing, too, because I found, a giant color wheel thing, and I don't know what that's for, so I just kind of want to pull some of that out. Doesn't make sense. But I do want to show you some of my... some of the kids who finished early on their color wheel project, because we're presenting next week. Some of them worked on their monochromatic paintings. So I have this cat. I love it. I think it looks really good. They started doing the background, and This is absolutely amazing. And you know, we have some kids who are slowly working. Like, the student, she started working on her sketch of the cat, which is absolutely super fun. I think it's really cool. I had like 3 options for them, and if they decided to choose their own monochromatic and I approved of it, I was fine. So I had a lobster, and I have some tigers, which actually, looking it through the camera looks really good, but seeing it in person looks very blurry. So maybe if you just took a picture on the phone, it looks really good on camera. Okay. I just noticed that because I wasn't really liking this image, but then now that I'm looking at it, I like it on the camera. And then this is the most common one that everyone's been working on, is this. I will show you, I have a student who chose the lobster. Nobody's chosen the tiger, so I'm thinking I might have to paint the tiger large like them, and to give this tiger some love and care. Let me find it. Oh, he's doing turtles. This is one of my students' lobster. I think it looks pretty good. You know, and I'm trying to teach the kids, so like they get kind of confused because when they are in art, they think it's kind of like a tutorial in this class where it's a little bit step by step, but I am trying to teach them, like I do teach them things. Like we have lectures, I talk about a lot with them, and we go over things like, you know, value. What is value? How does color theory work? And all of those things, which is important, but I do expect them to create and practice on their own, because ideally in art, you just have to do it. You just have to trial and error through it yourself, because I can't sit next to you the whole class, just you, and say, no, don't do that, or just do this, do this, do this. I can't do that. I need to give them their creative freedom and their creative space, which I do. I sit at my desk, I do other things, I work on other projects, or I work on practice references so they get a generalized idea of what we're doing. I have other things I gotta do, guys. Y'all have to learn how to do it yourself, and that's just life in general. So I'm trying to teach them that life skill to just don't even think about it, you just do it, because ideally when you go into work, they don't even tell you. I came to work my first day, didn't know I was gonna stay the whole day in like a couple of days. And so, you know, I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to teach them things before they go, especially for my seniors, you know. And I want to kind of make it, you know, memorable last few months of fun before they go out and jump into the world. That's my goal. Because it's a wild roller coaster for these kids sometimes. It's a wild roller coaster for grown adults, and they've been adults for like 60 years, you know. It's a process, which I am hoping that I get through to some. I know you know, a lot of the kids here enjoy it, so that's just kind of been my goal. I've been a chatty box all day, so I will drink some coffee. I'm going to relax, just take a look at everything, make sure I don't need something to set up. And then I am going to go over, I think in my drawing class I'll go over my lecture. I don't know what's going to go on today. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, I shall talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye. Hi guys, so it is my break. My class was very extremely small today, which I'm not quite used to right now. Well, at least my last class was. My first class, everyone I think was here that needed to be here. But they were working on their projects, they were doing good. And they were working, doing their things. I have tons of fun, like, kaleidoscope projects. I actually really love the design on this. Like, this is so cool. It kind of gives me, like, Aztec theme vibes. And, like, we're just really working. I also really loved this student who's doing, like, cool mandala thing. And, you know, like, I gave them like a template, like this is what we're gonna do, and they kind of make it their own, which is fine. I like the creativeness. I think it helps a lot with what they feel like they need to do. So I have a student for one of my color wheel projects. I absolutely love this, but she did Squidward, and the only requirements I had for them for this project was you have to incorporate all the 12 colors in the color wheel into a piece, and we will present them just to get them kind of used to things, give them more creative liberty. And some of the things that come out are absolutely wonderful. I love them. My kids do an excellent job, the ones who try and they work hard. And even if they don't work hard, they're working. Which is all that I can say, it's good. That's all I expect from them, try, do your best, and they do. It's so great, and I think things are kind of slowly getting better. Things are happening to how I want them to. It's flowing. We're getting used to things. We're getting used to each other, which is, I'm at peace right now. I'm happy and content. So, and I think it's also the coffee too. I've been very hyper, and just this last class I kind of was like slowly crashing. So I've got an apple sandwich I'm going to eat a little bit before I go to my little lunch duty. My speaker's working. Oh no, do you need to be charged? I don't know. I think it needs to be charged, but so I'll charge it in a minute. But yeah, it's super fun. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I think after that first initial couple weeks, just getting things established, getting things flowing, now it's starting to ease up, and I'm definitely more at ease. I don't feel like I have to be strict to where it's just be like, establishing things. It's already really well established. They adapted a lot of them adapted pretty quickly. The ones that didn't, they're still getting used to it. It's working out how I need it to, which is amazing. Perfectly good. I love the teachers here. I mean, I loved it to begin with. It was just kind of going through the struggle of push and pull with some of the kids, and getting used to each other, because I'm not used to this either. So I feel so much better. I feel a lot at ease. I'm more calm and collective, I mean, I was before, but now I'm just kind of like getting the flow. All right, let's start on this project. Let's do this. And I'm more like giving them more freedom. They're cleaning up so well. They're putting things up how they need to. It's helping me a lot, because now I don't have to like worry about making sure everything's clean. And they try their hardest to put things in the right containers for paintbrushes. I get it. It's all kind of like a little bit of a mess. And you know what? I like things organized how I like it at home. So if I need something, I know where it's at. But if that's how these kids work, they're going to be more liable for themselves. They are going to find a system that works. And if somebody switches it up, you guys need to work together, figure things out. And I think it helps so much. It really does. And my yogurt spilled everywhere. It's been really smooth, really great. I feel so much better. And for any starting teachers, sometimes you're not lucky, and it takes way longer to establish things with the students and to get used to a school. And that's definitely that can take 6 months to a year. That can take a couple days. And just don't think that you're going to come in and everything's going to be peachy, glitter and sparkles, because it's not. Well, in my case, I haven't gone into glitter and sparkles yet, but we'll get there. But it's more about, just getting used to the flow. Don't worry about organization. I mean, I like things organized a specific way. My OCD, how I like art supplies, but you know what? Sometimes it is how it is. I'm freaking out because there is a paper mess back here. I don't know how to organize paper because I don't have storage for paper. Things are getting moved around. My supplies haven't come in, and we need supplies because we're running out of things to use in our classroom. And you know what? It will get there. Things are going to happen. It's just whether or not you allow it to happen and you just take a step back, reroute. There's tons of projects I would love to do. I just don't have my supplies yet. And you know what? That is okay. Everything's gonna be really okay. You just have to just go with it sometimes. And I think a lot of us, we like, especially teachers, you want to be in control of things. You want to have it put together. You want this, especially when it comes to like teacher vlogging, you want things to look a specific way, aesthetically pleasing. Sometimes you just got to do it. And it'll come up and catch up with you, just like your art brain. You can see, you draw or paint something and you may think it's not to your best of your abilities, but that's because your brain sees those things and wants to fix it, but your hands, or even if you just don't know how to go about it yet, you will catch up to it. You'll always grow and you'll always get better. So don't be too worried if things aren't going fully right 24/7, because it will not always go fully right 24/7. You will have problems, you will have incidents that happens, and sometimes we just don't know how to deal with it. I definitely don't know how to deal with a lot of things. And I learn. Everyone learns. And you're always going to learn about something. So, that being said, motivational rant for 7 to 8 minutes about just keep going, keep feeling, just keep doing what you do. And eventually things will come and help. You'll have somebody to help you. You'll have an awakening and think like, oh, I didn't think of that. And it'll get there. Everything gets there eventually. That being said, I will next show you how I arranged, excuse me, I'm dying. Everything is differently arranged right now. I'm always like rearranging, changing things, seeing how I like it. So I will give you a glance at how it looks from my point of view. So yeah, I will see you in a minute. This is a view from my teacher desk. I kind of stuck the desks that were in front of me right here. I switched it to where they kind of come along the sides and all the desks are on the sides. And right now I have this table, and this is the supply table right now. So I don't know. So I don't really like these group tables, because what kids do is they change the seats and they try to sit together because there's not enough. And I have to go out of my way to say, nope, not doing this. This is the seating. If you don't like it, oh well. Today, my morning class did really good with it. There's some classes where I have to tell them, nope, you're not doing that. And that's why I can't wait to get this removed, because I will have a couch here for my TA, so that way I have more room for the students. And then those things are going to move in the back because I don't like them sitting on there. Some of the kids are good, but I just don't like it. It's clunky. It needs to go. I found that like huge color wheel over here, so I put that up because I like it. And when at the end of the year the paintings appear, I'm gonna have students take them home if nobody claims them, because nobody has claimed them yet. And then I found this really cool monochromatic eye that I thought I'd keep out because we are doing monochromatic, so I thought that would be fun. And then I found these posters for color wheel, so I just stuck those under there. To just add more educational things to do. The painting section, so this is high school, so I'm going to hang up like the high school color wheels, and then we're going to go into middle school. I'm going to hang those up when they do their presentations. I want to add more to this board back here. I think I'm going to put one of my worksheets that I have in my little pockets. I have those pockets up there that has like worksheets or things, so I might put some more up there. But yeah, so, and then I changed back here. So what I did is I moved this more parallel to my desks, like you see right here. It's like right next to, kind of adds a cubby for me in the back. And what I'm gonna do is I want to put like a desk or something back here to like block it off, and then I want this to be more like my storage of things that I need, so I can deal with some of those things. Those are paintings from students that I need to put up on this gallery wall, just to have them up a little bit more, I think. But I don't like this storage. Like, It's kind of driving me a little nuts, but you know what? I'm going to deal with it for right now. Just do what needs to get done. But I do love the organization that I have back here. It's like chaotic, but I get it. So, yeah. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to film. I will kind of close it here just in case I forget. I've been forgetting lately. It's just kind of been a little bit of a crazy morning. I had coffee, so my adrenaline's like like really high. But everything's good. I do have a couple of these books right here to go through. I just kind of want to sift through and see, ideally what's up there to see if I need to give more books. I found, tons of these, like, elementary lesson plans, and I don't teach elementary. There is an elementary art teacher here, so I want to have her utilize these. If not, she doesn't have to. We can get rid of these in a different way or put them in storage or something. Ooh. So that being said, if this is the last time I'll see you before I post, then I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys for watching. This is definitely a very, very long vlog. I think I did all week, and maybe I didn't get to post last week. I'm not sure. I haven't edited. I haven't had time. I just kind of rested for a little bit. But I shall see you guys later. Maybe next week. Maybe after school. But have a great day, great evening, great morning, whenever you're watching this. Goodbye, world.